Hello there, beautiful people at Embrace Beauty. This is Donald Cunningham, and I want to share some information with you today about things you can do with your website that's going to impact your business and your presence online. Now, I found your website on the third page of a Google search, and just so you know, um, 94% of searches, 90% of people who search don't go past the first page. So that means only 10% of the searches are going to go past the first page, find your site. So what I wanted to share with you today is some information, three things you can do to raise your presence and your ranking on Google. Okay, so now there are three areas I wanted to talk to you about that can push your site up in the Google search. And those three things are content, citations, and backlinks. And the first thing I wanted to go over is content. Now I have your website up here, nice pictures, nice smile. Okay, now the thing is, it has been found that the s- websites that rise to the top in the Google search, as far as content is concerned, have between 1,500 and 2,400 words on their homepage. Okay, your homepage has about 825 words. Okay, now this is the website of one of your top competitors. Now they have 1,123 words on their homepage. But in addition to the word count, you want to have the right keywords that people are going to be using in searches to find your site. Okay, this is a little tool that I use called Hrefs. And what it does is a paid tool, but essentially what it does, it gives background details of what Google is looking at when it's ranking a website. So as I mentioned about keywords, how important the keywords are, as you see, you're not being found, your site is not being found for any keywords. When I look at your competitor site, we see that they're being found for 20 keywords. I click on here, this will show me the keywords that their site is being found for. Blow up misfire, that's their name, so that means that a search was done for their name. But then the laser hair removal, misfire Orange County, glow up facial. These are the top keywords that they're being found for. Misfire Orange County is a big one because now there were 200 searches last month just for Misfire Orange County, and their site was found. So as I said before, you want to have a minimum of 1,500 words on your home page, but you want to include keywords that your site's going to be found for. You want to include keywords that your competitor is being found for, such as the keywords that we have here. Okay, now the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is citations. And what we have here, this is when I do a Google search, this is what I get. This is the result. Over here we have our what we call our organic listing, and over on this side we have our map section and what we call the map app. And what your citation is your name, address, and phone number. As you can see, name, address, and phone number, and that's what we also call a map. Okay, now the important thing about the NAP is you want to have it listed in online directories. such as these being Yelp, um, and then a couple hundred other directories, online directories. The thing that's going to move your site up in the map pack and in the organic listing is to have your NAP listed in more directories than your competitor. And as I said before, this particular competitor has did show up on the first page. Now I have a site called Bright Local that I use, and what that does essentially, it can show me what directories your site is listed in and what directories your competitor is listed in, and then I can actually match what they're listed in and add your NAP to more directories. So, and that would make you rise above them as far as in the Google map and the Google organic listing. Okay, let's move on to the third thing I wanted to talk to you about, and that is backlinks. Now, a backlink is when one site links back to another site online, but the site being linked to gets authority, and the more backlinks the site has gives them more authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link is. So if you have more valuable links linking back to your site than your competitor, then that's going to give you more authority. Okay, now back to your site in Ahrefs again. As you can see here, now we're going to look at backlinks. You have no backlinks linking back to your site. Okay, back to your competitor in Ahrefs again. And we see here they have 82 backlinks linking back to their site. Take a look. And this shows the exact links, the exact sites that are linking back to their site. And what we can do here is we could actually get these same sites linking back to your site. But in addition to that, we can also get more sites linking back to your site, giving you more authority than your competitor. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. Again, we went over content. You want to have a minimum of 1,500 words on your home page, and you want to include keywords that your competitor is being found for. And then we went over citations. You want your citation to be listed in more directories than your competitors. I would say you would want your citation listed in at least 200 to 300 directories, giving you more relevance in Google. And the third thing we went over is backlinks. You want to have more relevant backlinks linking back to your site than your competitors, and that gives you more authority, pushing you above them in Google ranking. So, as I said, I hope you like the information that I've provided for you, and you can take this information and do these things on your own. Or if you would like my help, or if you want me to do it for you, you can give me a call at 714-473-0269. Again, my name is Don Cunningham at 714-473-0269. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you, and you have a good day.